Here we are.
She
We're on the
pushes the
internet.
buttons.
Yep.
Just saying that when you eat cookies at 3 a.m, you will overeat the volume of cookies because you just keep sticking your hand back in the cookie jar.
Oh, yeah.
And then I could have exploded. I don't even know how many cookies I ate. I was in a cookie sleep eating, alternate reality.
Oh, well, don't explode based on cookies. That's don't.
I was
hard,
uncomfortably full. I was uncomfortably full.
Well,
By the time I realized I was eating cookies, I was really hungry. It was 3
also
a.m.
says cookie haze.
Yeah, there was absolutely some sleep-induced cookie haze going on. It was also the middle of the night. I didn't want to cook anything, but I was ravenous. Normally, in the middle of the night, if I gotta get up, go to the bathrooms, because I had a cup of tea before I went to bed. Legit, I have a cup of tea every night before I go to bed. It's 50-50 now at this point, whether or not that'll wake me up. Totally fair. Tea is a diuretic. This makes sense to me. There's a cause and effect relationship going on there. But nope, I didn't wake up because I had to go to the bathroom. Because I was starving. I was so hungry. So hungry. I sat up, I did some work, I ate way too many cookies, and then I kind of fell over sideways. Cookie coma. Later. That was my night.
And Susanna, Jude. That's everybody. Also says, found my blanket whip, a glass of wine, and some chocolate. Let the Saturday fun start. That sounds amazing.
That sounds like an excellent Saturday night for Elsa, because it is evening time for her. My God, I gotta make that octopus sweater.
And the blanket will be my knitting today. That's the only whip in the house. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So the octopus sweater, this one that I'm wearing right now that I test knit the other month.
Yeah.
The pattern is live today.
Cool. So I gotta go get me a copy.
Yeah, I'll take a moment to get a pattern link in the chat for everybody.
I love how it's like a slightly baggy sweater on me, but on you it's a full-on 80s retro one-shoulder legging situation.
I made it a full, like, 10 inches bigger than me.
I need to stop eating cookies at 3 a.m.
Well, also, I'm pretty sure
I also ate a really big brunch.
Smaller, so...
Also ate a really big... I baked pancakes this morning for brunch, so I had brunch. So good.
I was hoping to get up and make pancakes, but with all the drama... There was drama last night, you guys. There was drama across the street, worthy of 3 police cars, an ambulance, and a fire truck.
And so Diana's telling me, and I was like, we'd roll over and go to sleep. She's like, yeah, I live in a quiet suburbia. I'm like, I don't. I'm really good at ignoring that stuff now. I've never seen
so many officials in my life. And it was right across the street, and the dude was screaming. Like, with the windows closed, we could still hear him.
Oh, yeah. That's like a nightly thing here.
It lasted for like 5 hours. They didn't wrap up until the sun was definitely out. I don't know what time it was. I didn't look, but the sun was up. I'm going to guess it was about 6.
So what you're saying is the joke Christmas present needs to be very good squishy earplugs for you and the mister.
I have earplugs.
With a note going, for the next time there's drama.
This is the worst part. I have earplugs, and the windows were closed.
So he was mad.
He was.
It happens.
Drama.
It happens. It's one of those things where people think like house parties are a thing that should be raised as normal.
The house parties are fine.
House parties.
House parties don't bother me.
What I want to bring back is dinner parties. I don't want house party. Like,
oh my God, yeah, dinner party?
I want dinner parties to be a thing we do again. Well, we don't. And we don't because, well, heaven forbid we do that sort of thing. So we wouldn't want to be old-fashioned. But I want a return of the Friendsgiving.
Dinner parties are, it's been long enough. Dinner parties are cool again.
I want a dinner party. Like, where are those from my childhood?
I don't know how to host a dinner party. It sounds classy AF.
It is classy AF if you do it correctly. Way better than a house party. You do a dinner party. Oh my God. There's still booze if you want booze, but it's not just a go get drunk at someone else's house thing. It's a go and have conversation and eat good food and visit with friends sort of situation.
And maybe there's one. Maybe.
Maybe there's a board game. Maybe you've got the one friend who knows how to play the guitar and you do a little jam session, right? Like, it is so much more than just sitting around on a different couch drinking a beer. Can you tell I am not a house party fan?
I think I've been to one house party.
So
I'm also
boring.
not a house party person.
I've had to go to so many of those dumb things. We just got a house. We're going to have a house party. Can I get baked? Because the only time they're going to be interesting is if I'm stoned out of my brain. I can be higher than a kite and I want to lie on grass. I will find a house party fun. The only time. And I've had to do them for
grass
years.
Is great,
for
though.
Years.
Like, have you touched grass today?
Don't get me wrong, guys.
Dinners at Mrs. Mrs. Bucket or Mrs. Bouquet. It's
Mrs. Bouquet.
I never actually watched that show because I was too young, but I get the reference. I'm old enough to know the reference, but young enough to have never watched it.
That's fine. There's some things that I'm too old to have watched, but I get the references because I know the memes. No idea why they are the way they're. Though I was watching Instagram Reels, like one does these days. They had a guy on talking about what meme originally was. It's not what we use it for. And I was like, oh, that's not shocking at all. I don't even remember what it was that they were referencing. I'm not going to say doom scrolling because I don't find it negative. I was bored and I was stuck waiting, which most of my life is like doctor's appointments and appointments because of disability and then appointments. I spent a lot of my life sitting around waiting for other people to figure out what they're going to do with my very crappy vision. So I'm bored a lot of my life. I knit, but also sometimes I just don't want to because I don't want to deal with the annoying. The volume of other people around me will determine whether or not I knit in public because I get a lot of stupid questions. Stupid questions.
Oh, you gotta love that one elderly gentleman like, are you knitting me a sweater? Like it's the most clever joke in the world.
That never happens to me.
All the time.
Nope. I get asked, how do I live? I should stop lying because I can't be blind. I'm knitting. Hell does one have to do with the other? Or I get that obscene praise garbage.
Yeah. I definitely don't have to do
with that. It's like when people help me on and off the bus. I'm like, I am not your one good deed for the day. Grabbing me without asking permission just makes this assault, you jerk. Back off.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no, not without permission, absolutely not.
I am never asked. People just grab me. They just grab me.
Rude.
To be fair, I am nearly a 6 foot tall woman, so I'm not an easy target. So my brain doesn't immediately go, oh my god, it's a thing. Now I'm just like, you saw a blind lady and it's like, hey, I'll do my good deed for the day, therefore I'm a good human. You're not a good human. You're not a good human. You've just mucked up everything. I have very limited vision. I have to stop and refocus on what you are. You've actually made this more dangerous. You have not helped. You have not helped in any way, shape, or form. I do not know you. Do not grab me. No touchy.
It's gone off on a completely different tangent, talking about keeping up appearances. And did you ever get the show Waiting for God? Same era. Ex-journalist causing problems in a nursing home. That sounds amazing. I've never heard of it, but it sounds amazing.
That would be delightful to watch. Well, listen to, but you know what I mean. I think it just depends on how you do it, right? Like I did dinner parties when I bought my first house. How old was I? 19, 20? Anyway, we did dinner parties. We were all college students. It was a bring your own dish potluck thing. Come on, guys. We were all university students or first time house owners at 19. We were broke, but we had great dinner parties.
Siblings solstice party was a potluck like dinner party with the musical instruments and everything. I have been to a dinner party. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's fun. That has conversation. That has a point.
It was absolutely delightful, I have to say.
Most of the house parties I've been to are not worth the time. Not worth the time.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm too old for that mess.
Too old for that garbage. I was always too old for that garbage. Like my parents would do it.
They would help today.
You should set up your timer. My parents would do them too. But we involved food and chatting and visiting, right? Like it wasn't just to go over to someone's house and get drunk. Ugh. Even when I drank.
There's better things to do than do that.
There's better things to do. All right. We're only doing
right.
3 sprints because my wrist needs breaks, and I have too much to do on Saturdays. So I don't know what everyone else is working on for their first WIP. What do I want to work on? I got a sock, and I got 2. You know what? I'm going to work on my sweater. Huh. Well,
it is
linen
Tour de
top.
Fleece. Tour de Fleece has started.
I am not at a point where I can spin and talk at the same time.
Fair.
So spinning has to happen off camera. Because I'm not there. Also, I have my fluff set aside. I have my spindle set aside. I have a dice set aside. Because there's the spinning wheel, the e-spinner. Diana's loaning me her e-spinner. I have 3 drop spindles and 6 things of fiber. So I'm going to roll the dice twice, and whatever, then that'll decide what I'm working on, which I have not done yet today. So we will see how that goes. I might be drop spinning, I might be e-spinning, I might be wheel spinning. I don't know. But
I'm going to try some support spindle spinning.
I can work on my linen top. That's what I can work on. I put a whole bunch of projects here.
I got myself a teacup to be my support spindle cup.
Oh, good. You do what you gotta.
Jude says my plan for the first sprint was scuppered and my shell stitch count is off, so I need to find something. Cast on! Cast on with wild abandon.
Absolutely. I vote casting on. I mean, this should not shock anybody. Of course I vote casting on.
Jen says, good afternoon. I'm waiting for my lunch to cook. I'm working on the sea glass cardigan.
Ooh. Jocelyn wants to cast on that octopus sweater Diana's wearing because it is out now.
Oh yeah, before we start, I'm going to hunt down a link for that octopus sweater for you guys, and then we'll start the sprint.
Because Jocelyn wants one. Jocelyn may have ordered a fingering weight quantity of yarn from Erin in the Frosted Heather. So she's going to find a really nice dark color to go with that nice kind of gray muted purpley color. Because of course I'll make it on a fingering weight base instead of a DK weight base. And I'm gonna pull from the stash of Erin a nice dark color to go with that Frosted Heather, and I think I gotta make that octopus sweater. It felt comfortable on me. I haven't gone back to look at the episode where I was wearing it to see if it looked decent on me, but it felt nice on me. Might have been the yarn.
Ooh, and it's even 30% off until July 4th. The octopus pattern.
Oh, gotta love a good sale. I just love how dramatic the octopuses are. You know?
I love how everybody went for... Basically, everybody went for a light body color and a blue octopus.
Oh, see, now I want to see it in reverse, where it's a dark body and a light octopus.
A couple people did dark blue bodies with light color octopuses.
How do you connect things in the round? Where's my stitch marker? I designed patterns, guys.
Did a dark body, but the background where the octopuses are is light. So it's like a whole band, like a whole stripe.
I'm gonna have to check it out. Throw a stitch marker. Did I take my allergy meds this morning? Does anybody know?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I did.
Shall I start this sprint?
Yes, please. I am. Are you ready for it, guys? I'm on a sleeve.
All right, 3, 2, 1, sprint.
Go. I mean, technically speaking, I've casted on both my sleeves at the same time. So technically, I have 2 sleeves on the go, but that means I'm done knitting the body.
Woo! All right, Fluff, where's your edge?
I need sleeves, and then I need to do my yoke section, and I'm going to do a V-neck yoke. And I'm doing fine for yarn, so I think I'm going to weigh my sleeves before I attach them, because I want just past the elbow length ones, like my cardigan sleeve length here. And then I'm going to weigh how much linen I have left over to see if I have enough that I can do full-length sleeves the next time. Since obviously there'll be slightly different sleeves, because these are very wide drapey breezy sleeves. Instead of, not so wide drapey breezy sleeves. I'm so happy. I believe I went and found the soundtrack, like the Hallelujah sound on the Instagram reel, because we were at sleeves. I've been working on that body of that linen top for so long, and that linen has tried to be like 4 other things before we settled on this. I'm just so happy to finally have some progress on it. Serious progress on it. It'd be so nice to be able to wear this. It'd be so nice. I got D&D tonight. Whew.
Ooh.
Gonna have to make supper, get the dishwasher going, and be out the door at 5:30. 5:45 to be there on time. Ooh, I should download my character files onto my tablet and take my tablet with me so I can work off of that instead of my phone. The phone requires a lot of scrolling.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, there won't be any less than large amounts of scrolling on the tablet. I have such large font on the documents, but I could do that.
You can get more than a few characters on the screen with a tablet.
Yeah, that's true.
Nikki says, I'm winding uphill handspun of my drop spindle.
Oh, nice.
Ah! I'm obviously so good at this drop spindling.
Oh, you're doing great. I mean, the joy of it is it's day 1 of Tour de Fleas.
And 25 minutes will be more than enough to prove that I have, in fact, spun.
You need to do something like take a picture and post it in the spinning thread on the Discord channel.
Oh, yeah.
For, because of that rule Pixar, it didn't happen.
Pixar, it didn't happen. Oh, no, come on. I went too far. I'm
looking forward to rolling my dice to see what I'm going to work on. I couldn't decide, so I was like, meh, chaos it.
Absolutely.
Then I don't have to make a decision. It'll be fine.
Oh, and he says, autocorrect, there is no uphill. I'm winding handspun on the drop spindle. Yes, got it. I'm like, I'm not quite sure what uphill is doing there, but you know what? It's fine. And hello to Liz and Tracy who are in chat.
Hello, hello, hello. It's the last Saturday of the month.
A thick spot. Not a thick spot. Can't have a thick spot. That won't do. Oh no! Stop unwinding. It's all coming apart.
I am not. Yeah, I can't, guys. I'm never going to be spinning live ever. I just can't. It requires so much concentration on my part.
Uh-huh.
It's not for Jocelyn. It's not for Jocelyn.
I figured people might appreciate the commentary.
A Patreon but there's no commentary. Me spinning is like you playing first-person shooter games. Nothing comes out of my face.
Fair enough.
Alrighty.
Ooh, Lost is promoting you in chat.
Oh, is she? What have I done?
Just subscribe to Jocelyn's new channel. Not a lot there yet, but she has promised to get stuff out there.
Yes, I'm actually committed to a release schedule for the month. God, that's scary to think about.
Ooh, a whole month.
Well, I want to get into the habit because I know the reason we're so good at this is because we don't think about it. That's what we do on that day, obviously. We don't sit there going, oh man, when should we record? We record on Sunday. Like, we don't. Yeah. That's just the thing. If we have to move it, cool, but it feels weird, and I'm pretty sure it throws your week off as much as it throws my week off when we're not recording on Sundays.
It is weird.
Yeah, you have a moment where you're like, what now? How did I get here? What is here? Why is that even a thing? But it's always hard to take the first step. It's always hard to take. It's always hard to just start. Where do you start? Where's a logical place to start? I don't want to start with an intro video because that's just, I don't even watch intro videos. So I was like, and I waffled. Do I just dive in and do a Jocelyn thing? Or is that too Jocelyn? Like, do we need to slowly introduce people to the level of Jocelyn that this Jocelyn's? Because I'm a lot of Jocelyn. I'm not for everybody.
You're not a beginner Jocelyn? You're an advanced Jocelyn?
I am an advanced Jocelyn, and I won't have you to temper my speaking speeds or my dramatic gesturing.
Good luck.
Because I don't have a calmer personality profile to go against, to go, whoa, back the F up, lady, you are too much.
Tracy says dive in.
I'm not going to be less than me. I'm always just going to be me. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I never know where to go, and I'm just like, it's awkward. It's so awkward because I'm so used to talking to you. Oh my god, and you're not there? It's so weird. It's just so weird.
Also says to Hannah, I might need to decrease the Jocelyn.
Yeah.
And hey to Jennifer in chat.
So there's questions, but I'm settled on doing, because I love watching everything. I love watching a lot of weird stuff, but I really like the long series that you check in every couple of months with. So I've started setting up to do like a stash busting series, and I've started setting up for doing the sewing projects and like the DIY crafts and stuff. So like I've got a lot of evergreen ideas and things that I enjoy watching that aren't.
And people love a story, so like even if it's just this is what I did today in my goal of doing whatever. Yeah,
and I'm not a visually heavy individual because I'm legally blind. I'm not a visually heavy individual, so it's not like people are going to see a lot of anything other than The Office. Imagine me lighting up a shot, guys. I have to use my finger.
Is not your jam?
I would love for it to be my jam. I love pretty pictures. I also have to use my index finger sitting on the inside of my cup to tell me how full my cup is when I pour liquid. So there's just some things that just aren't going to work.
Fair enough.
And I know that. So like a more relaxed, chatty style is going to be the way to go. So I think I'm going to start with like a July. Next month is July. This month is June.
Yes, we are very close to entering July.
I want to do a July, like sort of goal June wrap up idea. Obviously, because it's the first one out, it'll just be like a July goals. Things I want to focus on. There's some stuff I'll have to be vague about because it'll go out before the monthly check-in with Louise on the first Friday of the month. It'll go out before our first live Sunday, our Sunday live for the month. So, like, I can't talk about the secret craft off stuff.
That's
or
fine.
like at least what's resolved for July. So I can talk about what I'm going to post for photos, which means I really should decide what 2 projects I'm going to get everybody out on. So like that sort of thing, but I definitely want to be able to talk about wider ranging topics. Sewing, I want to talk about the sewing. I get the occasional questions about crafting as a legally blind person. Like I want to be able to go more in depth on those sorts of things. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Mom's also been bugging me for crochet tutorials where you can see what people are doing, which, fair, when you watch a lot of crochet tutorial videos, you have to be able to see very clearly or you're going to miss what they're doing. So slowing it down.
Filming tutorials is
taking
hard.
The time.
It's an art.
It's hard. It's an art. Yeah. Slowing it down and walking people through things very, very slowly and very clearly. It requires more words than people think it does. Because you have to be able to not only show them what they're doing, but verbally walk them through what you're doing at the same time. That's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
That is tricky. I feel like I did take my allergy meds. Because like I'm not sneezing all the time. But maybe there's just something in the wind today. It is a little gusty today. It's probably something in the wind from the farms outside of the city that's driving my nose nuts, but meh, whatever. I want the fresh air.
Tammy in chat was saying, Stephen West blanket doesn't cover queen bed like I want, so adding more rounds of color to the edge. Hope to be done by the end of July. Because in this case, the Stephen West thing is not big enough. She's planning to add another 800 grams.
Oh, how short is, like, does it just go to the edge of the queen size bed instead of doing the proper over the mattress drape? Because a lot of blanket patterns I've seen when they're doing the finished measurements, I'm like, that's not going to fit over that size bed. It'll fit on top of the bed, but there's no side drapey. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the side drapey on the mattress. You need the side drapey, right? Okay, I need the side drapey. Everybody else might not. I need the side drapey. I need
extra side drapey because I have a
Two
partner
humans
who will steal it.
Oh, does he cocoon?
He burritos.
He burritos?
I have to counter burrito, otherwise I don't get any.
Oh, you know what you could do? Have 2 blankets. Just say.
I believe I've suggested this, and I've also suggested we could have a king size blanket for our queen size bed.
Both would work. Either or would work. I'm just one human and a cat. I still prefer almost a queen size or king size bedspread over my queen size bed.
Right?
I don't know. I want proper drapage. Even when I'm under the blanket, I want proper side bed drapage. I also have like 50 billion pillows on my bed, so like it could just be me, right? I want to be able to do videos for a month and a half where all we talk about is Halloween. I just make Halloween amigurumis.
Do it.
I said that word correctly, right?
I think so.
I hope you guys are prepared because I have been on the hunt for cute little amigurumi Halloween patterns to make Christmas tree ornaments out of so that we can turn that 7-foot tall Christmas tree I have into a Halloween Christmas tree this year.
Yes.
Yeah. It's going to be Halloween September through 1st of January. No, it's not. I take my Christmas like the day after Christmas, like Boxing Day, my tree comes down. That's mostly because
got to have the side drapey. Oh, it's a round blanket, so the top and bottom and sides drape enough, but there's no corners.
It needs corners. It needs corners.
Yes, Amigurumi was said correctly. Oh, and Liz is missing ingredients for the cake she was going to make, so off to the store.
Oh no.
I hate when that happens.
Ingredients you can't sub.
Oh, it's sad. On the same block as the store. That's not the case anymore.
It's not the case anymore?
No. No, I'm weirdly a 10-minute drive from the nearest grocery store.
Not uncommon if you live in suburbia to live in a food desert.
It's weird.
It's not healthy. It's not good for anybody. But then again, I have very
true. There's an Indian grocery store, which is really cool. I just don't know how to use like 90% of the stuff that's in it. Because that's not how I know how to cook. I'm sorry, I need a white people grocery store.
You just need to learn.
Though I did discover, bless you, they have cans of unseasoned hummus, basically, because I personally can never seem to grind a chickpea fine enough to make hummus the texture that I want.
Okay, let's be fair. You can make hummus at home.
You can make hummus at home, but it's really hard to get the grind as fine as you want. Or as fine as I want, anyway.
Why? Why is hummus the thing we're not just going to buy from the store? Why is that the line? Why isn't it the $30 grocery cake that we can make at home for less than $10?
Oh, I don't buy those unless they're on sale and for like, it's like a buy it today for $10 off and it's like a half price cake, and then occasionally, very occasionally.
Yeah. Why would hummus? They sell 2 containers, 2 for $5 on the regular in most places.
Well, so you can get at the store, you can get unseasoned hummus in a tin, like a big tin.
Oh, that'd be shelf stable
for like $1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then all you
Well,
do
just
is
think of all
pop
the
open the
really
can,
good.
mix in your lemon juice and maybe some olive oil and like garlic, whatever seasonings you want.
Yeah.
It's so good because you can season it exactly how you want, and it's like $1.
Uh-huh.
So we do that now.
Just crazy. There's some things I just don't get. No, that sounds amazing. Just learn to cook Indian food. Indian food is amazing.
Indian food is amazing, and I'm slowly learning,
amazing.
but the fact of the matter is I don't know what most of the stuff is in that store.
I love me a good pineapple stir fry with coconut rice.
Gotta learn how to make coconut rice. It's really good.
Coconut rice is amazing. The danger isn't making coconut rice. The danger is I eat too much coconut rice, and then we have a cookie situation all over again, just with rice instead.
Then we have a rice coma.
We have a rice coma, but it's also they're the best places to get bulk dried beans and rice, and there's that weird Indian dessert that it's got cardamom flavoring in it. Anyway, my sister tried some, and so did Aaron, and they agreed. It looks like squares of cardboard, but it's fluffy like cotton candy. I don't have a reference point, guys. I've never cotton candy, so I don't think I can eat. But it's got a cardamom flavor for it. It's like an Indian dessert treat thing.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
I eat it by
it's
the
like
box. It's so
sort of
good.
Like almost like a toffee thing.
Yeah. You could get like the proper spices on chai, like proper chai. Like grind the spices, put it in the on the stove top with the milk and warm it up proper chai.
Because that sounds amazing, and I think I actually have all the spices.
And that's the way you should be drinking chai, not out of a box. That's how you should be drinking chai.
Yes.
They have amazing teas. Like, it's a whole world of flavors. So good.
Also
so
says
good.
She's got 5 grocery stores within a 10-minute walk. Jude's the opposite. She's got a 45-minute drive. You got to plan carefully to minimize running to the store. Tammy's in the country, 25 minutes to grocery store in 4 directions by car.
I am within a 30-minute walk. If you're a person who visually at normal Jocelyn speeds, there is 4 or 5 grocery stores. There's 6 bakeries and 4 coffee shops within 30 minutes of me on foot.
Trace has got 2 grocery stores and within walking and 2 more in a 10-minute drive.
No, it just there are many reasons why I hate suburbia. Food desert nature of it is just one of them. The creepy post-apocalyptic teenager gangs are the other.
We don't have that. We have drunk college students, which is whatever. It's a college town.
Yeah, they're going to be all over.
And honestly, they're pretty harmless.
Yeah. Though it's fun to watch them line up to get in for places on Sunday morning while they're hungover.
There's it's called the Homestyle Diner. It's about a 10-minute walk. Same parking lot as the Indian grocery store, actually. And it's got a lovely intersection on Saturday and Sunday mornings of hungover college students and grandparents visiting family and friends.
Oh yeah. It'd be great. Absolutely delightful perspective.
Also forgot 3 smaller stores. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You and your city center.
It's got ups, it's got downs. I loathe having to move farther away and out of a city center. It's just so bloody convenient to do things and get stuff done and go places. It would hurt so bad if I had to move back out to the absolute unmitigated, isolating nonsense that is suburbia.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't ever want to live in one of the new suburbias that's like all sterile and far away from stuff, like an old suburbia from like the 1960s that's still relatively close. Like this one. This one's walking distance to downtown.
Yeah, I
this kind of
barely could manage that. I've got friends that are like that. They live in one of the new subdivisions. They're like, why don't you ever come visit? I'm like, the bus, there's one. It comes every other hour on weekdays, not at all on Sundays. and only goes just into that, because they all do this stupid thing where they have that little strip mall center communal space, and then they have the cul-de-sacs set off from that.
Yeah.
The bus only goes there. It doesn't actually even go into the subdivision.
Oh, it just goes to like the little mall thing, and then you're on your own?
Yeah, and then you're on your own. And the houses are entirely the same.
That's the part that bothers me the most. There's like 3
house.
different layouts and like 4 different color schemes.
It's
and
the exact
like,
same house.
It's so creepy.
It is the exact same. It is so boring. I'm like, I'm sorry, could you scream that you were beige any louder? Could you scream that you're beige any louder?
It's not even boring. Boring, it's like, it's straight up creepy. Like, it's all the same. I don't like it. This is extremely off-putting for me.
And all of my friends, those are the ones that are so proud of their incredibly identical houses with absolute personality.
I know, my mom keeps sending me these houses that are like that.
It's
like,
so
there's this new development in the edge of town that's 50 miles from anything, slight exaggeration.
No.
That we still can't afford, and it's just so...
No.
Bleh.
Bleh. Exactly. Don't do it. Don't do it. Say no to beige. Say no to beige.
Say no to beige.
Have a house with character.
I can paint a beige wall. It's when the floor is that... It's super popular right now to be flipping houses and putting in this gray vinyl wood print flooring, so it looks like aged gray wood. I hate it so much.
Gross. Somebody was listening to an interior designer.
They probably use it because it's the cheapest flooring that looks decent.
Gross.
And I know it's new flooring, so I'm not going to buy a house and then rip it all out because it's brand new flooring, and oh my god, that would be so wasteful. So, I open these pictures of these houses and oh, you've got that floor that I hate. Well, I'm sorry, this is a no.
Well, yeah, otherwise you're committing to area rugs to cover it, so you don't have to look at it, so you can justifiably replace it with something decent.
Yeah, in 5 to 10 years, because that's how long a floor lasts. Ugh, I don't like it.
Gross. Yeah, I drove the lady who Dad got to sell the last house here. I was caretaking the house for them. Drove up the wall. I would let her stage the house the way she wanted it. I was like, no, if they cannot come into a 3/4 empty house meant for a family of 4 or more that holds 1 human and a cat and an apartment's worth of furniture and picture their own stuff in here, it's not the house for them. It's not the house for them. If you need to have a barbecue on the back patio to understand that's where a barbecue goes, you should not be buying a house. You should not be buying a house.
I don't really get the staging thing. It's all it's weirdly sterile, and I find it extremely off-putting.
Well, people are like, oh, so they can visualize themselves in space. I'm like, most people can't visualize anything in the 3rd dimension, and all you've done is clutter it up
with all of the sterile furniture in there. Give me some attitude, please.
It's just cluttered. Now, I mean, to be fair, we toned down the paint colors in most of our houses before we sold them because people have a problem with paint colors, and they have to be beige or white walls, or people get panicky about it. So that's fine. That's just what we do. Come from a family that will paint walls blues and greens and dark grays and blacks and reds. We are not afraid of color. We are not afraid. No, never have.
The pictures of houses that I've looked at that I like the most, they're the ones that have some character. They picked a color and they stuck to it. It's chroma key blue. Oh, sprint done. They stuck to chroma key blue throughout the entire main floor, but they stuck to it.
Yeah. Yeah, my kitchen in my first house had robin egg blue cupboards from floor to ceiling because 20-year-old house. And the backsplash was, and the walls were sunshine yellow, and I had white lace sunflower curtains on my kitchen.
That sounds really cute.
We had a full-on sea theme going on in the bathroom. That house is full of color. I had dark green walls in the living room. I had hardwood floors. There was no carpet anywhere else.
Color.
I hate
great.
Look, I made some progress. This is
progress.
Progress. Don't worry. I cast it on both sleeves at the same time.
Ooh.
So I can work on my
So I
sleeves.
did
I'm
my
gonna probably
spinning
take
and my arm's tired. What am I working on now?
Not spinning.
On my desk, I have a sock and the choose your own sweater design, but I could also grab many other things.
Well, I'm going to be at
a blanket or a blanket.
I'm going to be at 3 or 4 projects when we record tomorrow, so keep that in mind.
Well, I'm already at 3, so okay. Chat, knitting or crochet? Am I working on knitting or crochet next?
Ooh, yes. Ask Chat. Chat has all the answers.
Well, I don't know if they have answers, but they certainly have opinions.
We're on the internet. Everything has an opinion here. What even is this?
Jude's success for the sprint was to cook strudel. Heck yeah.
Strudel sounds tasty.
I want strudel. I don't want to make strudel, I just want to eat it.
It's like that crumble you make for like the top of berry crumbles, like fruit crumbles and stuff.
Oh, that's a good crumble.
I just like eating it. Why do I have to make it? Good questions.
Also says crochet pants. Jude also says crochet. So 2 votes for crochet. One of them for the crochet pants. So I think that might be what I'm doing.
Crochet pants. But they're gonna work on
the fact that I'm still in pajama pants. It was a night.
It was a night.
It was. It's a pajama day. I changed my shirt for you guys, and I brushed my hair. That's as far as we got.
Okay. I'm gonna work on my sock. That's what we work on.
Set my alarm for 11. Give myself 2 hours to get ready. And so I turned off my alarm, and I yawned, and I stretched. And I'm like, okay, I'll get up in just a second. And then it was 11:45.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm having one of those days.
I know how that goes. The answer is nope.
Which, if we weren't here at the beginning, there was drama across the street last night, and it didn't end till like 6 a.m., and it involved police cars and ambulances, and it was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. Anita, progress keeper. Let's use this one. It's the first one I found. Out of my bag. Stitch markers.
What's going on with this?
Oh! Never mind, it's already got a progress creeper.
That's my stitch. Okay. Okay. I'm here, and then I just need to set up my pattern.
Okay.
Oh, Jude says the mix for the crumble freezes, so it means you can bulk and then just use it when you want. That's so smart. Bulk make crumble. Asa's making rhubarb crumble. I think we need to get on a plane and go visit some people.
Yes.
We're coming for a visit tomorrow, guys. We want some crumble.
We're gonna swing by for some rhubarb crumble there also. Set aside some extra tea spaces, extra place setting.
Okay, pattern. Not that one. Not that one.
I'm gonna be in rough shape after that much flying. I'm gonna need a nap.
Here we go. Here's the pants. I found the pants.
You found the pants? Louise was talking about Knit Companion, and I said, you use Knit Companion.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything else after that because it's not accessible, so I don't use it.
That's fair. It's the UI is not the best sometimes. It's not always accessible to fully sighted people either.
I was like, that's how we get to that decision.
It's not the best, but it's pretty good. And it does have some genuinely nice features, and it's the only thing that does what it does that I've found.
That's fair. Have we started? I'm already knitting.
I'm about to start now. Okay, second sprint. 3, 2, 1, start.
Keep making progress on my socks, but I think I'm going to take my sleeves to D&D tonight.
Good call. Just having red and white currant with apple crumble here tomorrow. It'll be currant, red and white with apple crumble here tomorrow. There we go. Words in the right order. Also says, sure, I'll make tea in a double crumble. I have an air mattress for you so you can just stay for a few days.
Gonna need a nap after that commute. Woo.
And Susanna had someone in to clear out the backyard.
Ooh, excellent.
Also says currants are so good. We had red and black where I grew up, and a neighbor had white, and she also had raspberries. Nice.
I made homemade raspberry jam this morning, and I had them with my baked pancakes. That's what I did this morning.
Chain one.
And stared at my cat, who was doing cat things.
That seems like this one.
Which is totally what she does. She decided last night that where she needed to sleep was right up by my head. My side sleepers, my arms, sleep in front of me, and then there was cat. I'm like, hello. You have to be right there? Okay.
Yes, always.
No, a lot of the time she sleeps at the bottom corner or the other side of the bed. So she can stretch out. But no, apparently last night that was not where we wanted to be. Righty. She's never in one spot all night because she gets up and does her nightly territory perimeter checks. Being nocturnal.
Right.
So she's in security mode during the nighttime. I don't know what she does, but sometimes there's toys all over the floor, so sometimes I think we're playing games. Or she's setting up obstacle courses for me to get around when I get up in the morning. I don't know what she's doing.
She's
keeps her happy.
Just checking up on your I don't know.
I'm positive sometimes she probably gets up and goes and lies on top of my shoes so I don't get out and sneak out on her in the middle of the night. I don't know where the hell she thinks I'd go, but probably does that too.
You just stop and leave sometimes.
It's not my fault if I leave in the middle of the afternoon to take garbage while she's napping. I'm not going to wake her up. I'm just going to go take the garbage. I'll be right back.
She will live through the experience, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. Sometimes I've come and gone for hours, and I never get in trouble, which tells me she slept the time. I didn't even realize I'd left the apartment. Okay, then. She's annoyed because she can't get at the rosemary plant. I've got it in the one window she can't figure out how to get into.
She's not supposed to like rosemary.
I know they're not.
I thought I was safe leaving the things on the table when I repotted them for you. And then she's up all up in there chomping on the rosemary.
Yep. Nope.
What cat likes rosemary?
Cat. Mine, apparently. She also eats coconut yogurt and doesn't like chicken. And plays with kale. My cat has never made any sense. At least you haven't brought any more of those sardine treats, so I don't have like little fish heads all over my floor staring at me.
Sorry, not sorry.
It's totally weird when you're sweeping the floor and all of a sudden you realize you're being stared at by a dead fish head. Hello. Not awkward in the slightest. And she hasn't made an art yarn installation in years, so hopefully we're past that stage. Though I will occasionally find her sleeping on top of my projects. The freezer. I don't know why she likes to sleep on top of the freezer, but she does sometimes. And she's only jumped once into the big red plastic picnic cooler.
I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake on the previous round. Oh no.
That's not good.
It's throwing the texture all off. I need to check out a thing. Where is your stitch
decided
glossary?
to just keep to simple knit in the round projects for these WIP sprints. Ooh, I brush my hair out after this.
Back post treble, and I did not back post the trebles.
Uh-oh.
Did not back post the trebles.
You need to back post the trebles.
I do. Now, what page was I on?
I suppose. Oh, I'm awake. I should figure out what I want to make on Monday for Canada Day.
Hmm. Someone was asking if I brought sardine snacks. I did not. And she's asking, Jocelyn, my love, are there some test knits for July? I need something.
Oh, Jesus, Murphy. Yes!
Uh,
I've been doing math. Gross math. Blech. Yes, because Asa helps edit patterns and keep me on track. She always gets things first. Being the dark overlord of my schedule that she is. And I require it. I like it. Otherwise, I wouldn't let her do it because I'm quite happy to have some oversight. We need to be ready for testers in the not-so-distant future, so we need to get the maths done. So that process can get started soon. Which means I need to do some maths. Maths. Not excited. Not excited.
The number of stupid mistakes I've made on these pants. Not dark, just overlord, says Asa.
Dark, just overlord. Well, I want to finish the last of the numbers and then do the checks for the textured cropped cardigan. I want the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater numbers to be done because it's all math till it's tested. And I want to get at least one other or two other projects at the stage where they're ready for tech editing.
Okay.
So that they can also get done. I've got yarn weights and gauge measurements for sizing for the everyday favorite crochet cardigan I need to finish so that pattern at least that I've got. It's all math, people. All math. Distress.
Right.
On the crochet cardigan, I'm almost done my second one where I don't think I just do as the pattern instructs. And so far, so good. So, if it finishes off okay, in theory, I also have a pattern to publish this week. It's crochet, but it'll be a pattern.
Jude says the dark side has cookies, and Asa says my side has wine. Tracy says I like both sides.
Don't commit. Play both fields. Make them cater to you. That way you can have wine and cookies. But yes, I need to finish some stuff up. I got the deadline set up. I'm not doing too bad. I have had a couple of things I had to drop because I had a wonderfully awful period cycle. But that's over with now, so I can go back to doing other things. I've done some learning in the background. That's always fun. Oh, it's not fun, guys. It's not fun. I'm currently trying to learn some new programs. Interesting. We're going to go with interesting. I am not strong in the tech department, and I acknowledge that, and that I need to work on it.
Tech is overlord. Oh my god, why is this the most difficult thing that I have done today? I just need to yarn over and do a back post treble crochet. It's not that hard.
Is it a treble crochet or a double crochet? Because a treble crochet is 2 yarn overs, isn't it?
It's a back post treble crochet.
So
or
yeah,
rather,
it should
it's
be
a back post treble crochet cluster.
Sure. But a treble crochet in US is, oh, I'm sorry, are you US or
US, so it is a wrap
Yeah,
twice
what?
situation.
It's a
I was
wrap
just
twice
really
situation.
struggling with the back post aspect for some reason.
I always get confused. I have to do it one way and think about it for a second, think whether or not I'm doing a front post or a back post. Because front post pops the fabric one way, back post pops it the other way, and I never remember till I've done it the first time, and I'm always like, nope, that's the wrong one. You got to way.
Yes, I'm popping the fabric the correct direction this time.
Oh, good. Got some. Maybe should I put the cowl? Ooh, or craft off voting. Do I post 2 piles of yarn and make people pick between blankets?
Oh, we're voting on the vote now.
I don't know
So,
what I
okay,
want to post,
so-
but I do want to post things.
Vote on piles of yarn for a blanket, or what was the first one?
My Fiddly Bits cowl and another project. TBD.
I think we want to vote on piles of yarn, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Hack wheeze. Oh, coffee's life today.
Coffee's life today. Ooh, we only have one more sprint after.
Mm-hmm. We got about 12 and a half minutes left in this sprint.
Okay. I'm making Kevlar socks that are big enough to go over my ankle braces. So there are even more stitches.
It's going to take a hot minute. That was not like that.
Yes.
I was correct. Asa and Tracy are both voting for piles of yarn for blankets.
Piles of yarn. That's fair. That's fair. I think I already know which one Asa will vote, but that's okay. Because I do need to get started on the next blanket project. Because they're big, so like if I don't get started, they'll never get done. So I do need to get moving on that. But I've also got like 2 cowl patterns I want to get onto the needles and hook, respectively, in the next little bit, so that they can be done in time for fall release.
Jude's asking, do you need mindless or small? Because projects sound smaller than blankets, but blankets sound mindless.
It's mostly mindless, and because I'm never sure what the temperature is going to do. Like, we might keep to a cool, rainy summer all summer. We might turn around and be like the 4th of July, and then all of a sudden it's 30-degree heat for the next 4 months straight. You just don't know. You just don't know. So I'm thinking if I hedge towards blankets, because they'd both be crochet blankets, right? So like I can chunks, so I don't have anything to lap.
Mm-hmm.
They're still large mindless, but I wouldn't have anything lap based in a month's worth of work. So I could get through a bunch of creation. Whereas if I'm up at 3 in the morning and mindlessly eating cookies, maybe I could be up at 3 in the morning and mindlessly making granny squares, like doing something else during those sleep deprived moments when I'm conscious. You know? You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
I know what you mean.
And with the niece graduating next year, I know my January 1st cast on or my Christmas Day cast on has to be her blanket for graduation. So,
I'm going to vote New Year's cast on for that one, because the Christmas Day cast on is supposed to be for you.
Well, let's be honest. 95% of my cast-ons are for me. I'm not really known as a gift knitter.
Fair enough.
I do make gift things, but it's really only for the 5 women in my life that I'm comfortable knitting for. That's about it. Oh. Did you see the message on Instagram from a person?
No.
Because it's a turtle walking around with a dinosaur
I'm
fiber
getting distracted
cover.
during the sprint. I'm not supposed to do that. Oh no, too late. It's happening. We got a message. Okay, what?
Okay, what? It's going to be a name you don't recognize because it's the first time they've messaged. And it says, Diana!
Ah, yes.
Very clearly labeled for you. But I kind of want the turtle because he's rocking
The turtle's amazing.
Very cute shell cover. That happens to be, I think, Stegosaurus?
Send this to someone so they have to open their phone to look at a tortoise in a tiny dinosaur costume. A stegotortoise, if you will. I love it.
Stegotortoise.
I love the stegotortoise.
Adorable. I said Diana, I was like, this is for Diana. Meh, I'm going to look at it anyway. Because I can. I was like, okay, no, that's just cute.
No, I need the heart eyes. There we go. I need to reply with the heart eyes.
That's just cute. He's just rocking it. He's like, here we go. And we're off. Turtles. I could have a turtle pet. Turtle's my kind of speed. I'm not sure I'm ready for
Turtle's a good speed. I can do that.
That many years of commitment. Turtles can live for a very long time.
True.
Or I, of course, wouldn't want like the little turtles. I would want like a big turtle.
Well, why have a little turtle when you could have a big turtle?
Live in the wrong climate for a big turtle.
I guess big turtles probably like it warmer.
Yeah.
Probably warmer
and I have
than
a
you would
fluffy,
like it.
and I have a fluffy dragon. I don't remember where I heard that someone compared a cat to just being a miniature fluffy dragon. And I was just like, oh my god, she totally is a miniature fluffy dragon. These are my toys. This is my human. This is my food. This is my space. This is my hoard. I want to do things my way, and when I don't get my way, I She's absolutely a tiny fluffy dragon. And if I thought for a second I
would
wouldn't
be in your will, most of them will outlive us.
I know. They're a very long-lived species. If I thought you wouldn't kill me, I would try to put a dragon costume on her. She would try to kill me. She's not cool with having stuff on her back. So I had to harness her for the first few years.
I need to stop working on this when I'm trying to do other things. For the love of
Pete.
Crochet and all that has the holes and yarn overs. This is not a complicated pattern, and I just having to rip it out all the freaking time because I keep doing it wrong. Just like a little bit wrong, but like just wrong enough that I have to rip it out and fix it. This is no longer, after this sprint, this is no longer TV crochet. This is not streaming, recording crochet. This is, I am listening to an audiobook and paying a freaking attention.
Okay. Which is good because there's a lot of audiobooks you need to start reading.
I have many.
Uh-huh.
I have many. I have many on holds that keep coming up, and I'm like, no, I've got too many out already. Come back later.
Gotta put more time into the listening to the books.
I do. I'm currently listening to the Mr. Rogers biography.
Oh, Good Neighbor?
Yeah.
An excellent biography. Oh, so good. It's so you're so fuzzy and warm when you're done. You're just like, I wish I knew him as like a person.
Too, which is just so perfect.
Yeah, I got it when it first came out. Such a delightful biography. Such a delight.
I've had it on hold for a while, and it finally came up. So I'm most of the way through that one now. And then I've got, what else keeps coming up? Fourth Wing and Court of Silver and whatever, the fourth ACOTAR book.
Silver and Frost? Frost and Silver?
Frost and Starlight?
Frost and Starlight?
With that, no, that was the little novella like
yeah,
3.5.
I didn't read the novellas. I don't generally.
It was cute and fuzzy. It was a cozy fantasy, basically.
Well, the whole thing is romantasy.
Well, the whole thing's a romantasy, yes, but specifically the little novella is just like, it's a little cozy fantasy.
Okay. I don't know. I have reread the ACOTAR series a couple of times. Titles.
Because I'm going to an ACOTAR-themed ball. The tickets go on sale on Monday. Tomorrow? No, is it Sunday? Sunday? Monday. In a day or two, the tickets go on sale. And I'm gonna drop too much money on a silly thing that will bring me joy.
That's fine. It's gonna bring you joy. That's the important part. There's the Innkeeper series by Alona Andrews I need you to read. There's the Kate Daniels series by Alona Andrews I need you to read. There's the Magical Midlife Crisis series I need you to read.
Wait. I gotta add things to the list. Okay. So wait, say that list again.
Okay, author's name is Alona Andrews.
How do I spell that?
Why do you ask me questions to which you know I cannot answer correctly? Because I cannot
need to
spell.
type it in. I need to know how to spell it. What letters do I press?
Give me a moment. I will go find the book. Asking me to spell things just...
I know, I'm asking the hard questions. God damn it, I just mucked it up again.
You watch me when we're editing Google documents. I can't spell the 3/4 of the time.
Well, neither can I, to be fair.
I want my books. No, not my downloaded. All of mine, please. Thank you very much. All right. That is not the one I'm looking for. I don't think you're ever going to get into the Nalini Singh books. She's got 2 big series. Well, she's got the
from you,
Psy Changeling.
Because I've
recommended them before. And then there's the Guilt Hunt.
I feel like I overdosed too quickly, and then I was like, nah, something else.
Super. You know what? That is absolutely. Hang on. You're not even out of ACOTAR yet, so you're not ready for Sarah J. series.
I have like the rest of Sarah J. Maas on my list. I'll get to that eventually.
Dennis E. Taylor's got a new Bobaverse book in September.
I have that one locked and loaded, and I just haven't been in the mood for it. I tried to start it a while back, and I was just like, nope, this is not what I want right now.
Hang on. Books I know for sure aren't your cup of tea. Just keep scrolling.
Oh, Elsa's trying to help, and she agrees the is a very hard word to write.
It's typing it as a pain in the keister.
There we go. Here's the author. Okay, what series of hers?
Alona Andrews has 2 big ones. One's called Kate Daniels. It's about Kate Daniels. You can literally Google that and Kate Daniels and the book series book.
Innkeeper Chronicles. Here we go.
Innkeeper Chronicles is the other one.
Okay, let's add that to the to read. Oh, there's a graphic novel version. Okay, and then
there's a described audio version. So it's everybody's got separate narrators for all the voices. Delightful. Carlson said I went through a whole bunch of books.
Come on, where's the... I need Kate Daniels #1, Magic Bites, to read. Okay, got it.
Magical Midlife Crisis. That's the name of the book.
I've also just discovered that her plus Nalini Singh plus Meljean Brooke, who wrote something that I don't remember what it was that I quite liked at some point, have done an anthology series. So I'm going to add that to the to-read list.
Yes, they have.
Okay, sorry, what was the last Magical Midlife Crisis?
Yes.
Midlife Crisis.
Yes, because you need to know the joy of Edgar and Mr. Tom. And understand why I say I deserve an Austen Steele in my life. Thank you very much. One of those could just show up. That'd be
Midlife
super.
Madness, KF Breen?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, it's already on my to-read. Oops, and that's the end of the sprint.
Yeah, I was working on stuff.
I was working on very important things. I
Things
like
going
how
on.
I made negative progress this sprint. I started a row, realized the previous row was wrong, ripped out the previous row.
So good. Also,
Started
I see
doing
that
it
you messaged
again
me.
wrong.
I will reply when I'm off the internet. All right. One more to go.
I'm going to finish this cluster and then put this down because this is just hopeless. It's very, very sad. Okay. You're in timeout now. Okay. Put that away.
Put that away.
All right, for our third and final sprint.
Yeah.
What am I working on? Knitting or crochet?
Do you have stuff that requires no thinking? Because I feel like we're at the no thinking stage of the WIP sprint stretch. Shawl.
I have my roundy sock.
Shawl or Scrappy V?
Shawl or Scrappy V? Which shawl?
The fingering weight version. Endless Summer Adventures. Since I have that beautiful finished worsted weight version, but I hate not options with shawl in different weights and sizes so that it can fit them the way they want it to.
There we go. I've got my 10-stitch blanket now.
I'm sure I mentioned other book series.
Where am I?
Yeah, it'll come to me. There's a Guild Hunter series by Nalini Singh. That's all vampires and humans.
Hang on. Starting a blanket. Not starting a blanket. Starting the project for the blanket.
Are you going to do the blanket?
I think I might do my 10-stitch blanket.
I really like that pattern. I'm contemplating making it out of scraps. I feel like that would be great stash busting and still look really pretty to go through the different colors. And the only goal to be picking a different color every time I...
Are you it is the question. You are not it. You're just some balls of yarn.
That could be really fun. I have to settle on a blanket that I want to make for my niece grad gift. I don't want it to be fingering weight or DK weight because she is a person foodies in July. So we're like Diana, we run cold. So I want a worsted weight beefy blanket. Like I'm gonna make her a size one, so like decides to go to she probably won't lunch and stay at home. She could have she could double it up to hide under. She can put it on top. So I want her to have some more, but I want it to be massive so she could also burrito. Because I mean, like right now we're 17, so we sit in a computer chair with our feet tucked up in the chair and all of our limbs tucked into our Udi. So she's just an Udi square with a hood and two hands that stick out to play on our computer. She is a gremlin.
Yeah.
I think you can do gremlin. When you're 17, not a thing she's going to be able to do when she's like 25. Or 17, so that's a thing we can still do.
I don't know. I didn't have a gaming computer when I was 17, so I don't know if I ever could sit in a chair like that, and I certainly can't now.
My mom says she's fallen asleep in that position. She's been hunkered in, and she's just put her head down and had a nap. So she may also be a cat.
That's amazing. My ankles are just not that flexible. It doesn't stay that way.
I don't know. Can I sit on my, can I do that whole heel sit thing? Yeah, absolutely. Can I sit cross-legged? No. No, I cannot. Don't ask me why.
I could sit cross-legged,
do
but
one,
my ankles
but
dig
not
into
the
the
other.
ground.
My hip starts to hurt.
It's
Which,
just my ankles
fair.
hurt from grinding into the floor.
Yeah, no. I don't generally sit on the floor. If I sit on the floor, it's a lot to get my very long legs up to me again to get off the floor.
I'm going to need to consult this pattern for how to do a
Why?
corner again, because it's
With
been
the
a hot
sniffles.
minute. How do I miter a corner again?
How do I miter a corner again? I couldn't tell you. I wish I would stop blowing my nose. I will have to close the window. Scrappy bee or shawl? I've already done a lot of sweater work. A shawl.
Shawl.
Some note.
Also says her knees. My knees kill me if I try any fancy knitting position.
Well, these days my ankle does flat on the floor strength my ankle. So me and my ankle arguments as to what an ankle should be doing all the time. I am in fact on the back end of her.
Okay. Shall we start this here sprint?
Let's start it.
Oh god, it's been too long since I worked on this, and now I don't remember everything that I was doing. Okay, start sprint the third. Also agrees shawl.
Okay, good.
Okay. Now, these corners are all real nice, so I think I was slipping stitches.
So my dad made these really pretty wooden decorative boxes. And Mom's like, "Did you want one of the decorative boxes? It's really pretty." So I brought it home. I brought it home. Don't know what to put in it. Still not entirely sure what to put in it. But I do need to upgrade the size of box I'm holding my ball bands in. Because I'm doing that thing this year, like when you finish with a ball of yarn, or when the ball of yarn is so small that the ball band and the ball of yarn aren't really a thing that coexist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The ball band goes in the box. So I want to see how many ball bands I go through in a year. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily done all the yarn. It's just it's at the scrap yarn stage, which I'm not counting.
Yeah.
So, but I start off with a tiny, tiny, tiny box. Going, I'm not going to have that many. It's full, so I need a bigger box. Like, do I go for massive? Do I just go for a massive decorative wooden box? Put all my ball bands in it.
I'm in this protein powder container back here.
Classy.
I don't think I'm going to fill it. But it's what I had, and it's working.
I had an empty commander deck box, which will make sense to nobody who doesn't play Magic the Gathering. But it wasn't a big box, so it's not really large. I've definitely crammed it full of stuff, and I got more ball bands floating around. So I'm like, upgrade. Just then it'll be like, can I fill the wooden box by the end of the year? Like, can I go through enough ball bands? That is a thing. I'm not being super strict about it. Like, some of the ball bands are lost.
Yeah, it happens.
Concerned. Just like, if I remember, it's going to go in there. Just for fun. But I'm just thinking about it because I've got all the ball bands in the bottom of the project bag for the linen top. I really would like to have them to go somewhere, but I'm afraid they'll get lost in the current storage situation I have. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that.
Joining ridges. No, that's not. Rapid turn.
Oh, I have to do the math for those blue powders Sherry sister. I watered my plants yesterday. They were a little dry. I was like, "Ooh, hello, buddies. You require some aqua." And I watered my seedlings. but I won't see anything from that for.
Yes.
And I still need to deal with my sprouts for the day. I need to go empty out the water at the bottom of the containers and water sprouts. Sprouts for my greens for my sandwiches. You know what it's like.
Yep.
Just have stuff everywhere all the time. Right? That's normal.
Also says mine got water today, so now they will live for a while longer.
Yes. That's generally
Excellent.
how it works, right? Question. Where am I on this pattern? My God, my nose today.
Why is your nose so angry?
I don't know, but it is very angry. But look, Dad made a pretty decorative box.
Ooh, it's a very nice box.
Nice, classy box. Nice, classy box.
That was a very classy box.
I don't know. I was like, oh. I mean, it's probably overkill, ball band,
Nah.
but I don't care.
Is it gonna get any little like paint doodles or something on it, or it's just gonna live its life as a classy box?
At some point, I will end up doodling on it. For anybody who doesn't know, my cedar chest has flowers painted on it.
Jude says it's a very pretty box.
There's something about flat, finished wood surface. I can't seem to help myself. I'm pretty impressed I haven't started to doodle all over my chair yet either. Oh, it's tempting. But I keep thinking the rocking chair should either match the cedar chest or go in like a totally different direction. Like maybe it needs to, like maybe the decorative box needs to be ink doodles.
Ooh.
Instead of flower doodles. I mean, they'll still be flowers, but like ink sketches and stuff. Right now, I don't know, but yes, at some point the pretty decorative box will end up with doodles all over it, and the rocking chair will end up doodled with stuff all over it too, because of course there will, because I like to paint surfaces.
Also says, pretty, I use my gift every day. It holds knit notions and a teacup, wine glass, water. And I just don't remember what it's called in English.
Serving tray. Was it a serving tray?
Was it a tray? Did it have like edges, or was it just flat like mine?
Yours is a charcuterie board.
Yes. Not a serving tray. Distinctly not.
I think.
Although, to be fair, I'm now realizing that I've been not using it for yarn photo shoots, and what am I doing with my life? It's perfect for yarn photo shoots.
Erin has had your serving tray from Dad to go home for over a year.
I think it might be Erin's serving tray at this point.
She has her own serving tray.
I'll get it eventually. I'm not worried. I know where she lives. She knows where I live.
Yeah.
I'll get it eventually.
My serving tray gets used all the time. All the time. It's great for keeping things organized. I love it. I love my serving tray so much. What are we doing? As it was, I took all of the dice I can't use and was talking about, because Dad's got the clear resin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought him a bunch of dice and I showed him. I was like, people make like dice coasters? So we were looking at it. He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't have dice. I'm like, no, I got a bag of dice I can't use anymore. He's like, oh, we can make these coasters for cups and stuff, mugs and stuff. I'm like, I don't have the frame and I don't have the resin. I don't really exactly know how to do it, but that could be like just something fun to try, right? Because my dad's like me, he likes trying new things. No, he agrees. So he's going to give that a go and see how it works. If he likes it. Cool. Worst case scenario, I've got coasters coming my way at some point. 1, 2.
Just trying.
Excellent.
There we go.
Excellent.
I said first I slipped a knitwise.
Why did I do that to my... do I care enough to rip it back? The answer is no. The answer is I'm going to have an imperfection on my shawl.
No.
And I should care. I should care. I don't, but I should. I don't, but I should.
How big of an imperfection?
I missed all the row I just knit. I'd started it. I was past the halfway point. I put it down, I picked it up. I didn't stop long enough to think, look at what I was doing. And instead of doing yarn overs, I just knit. So I have half a row of eyelet lace and half a row of stockinette. And I really don't want to tink. I really don't want to tink. Because I know I'm not going to care as I'm wearing it. Just means I'll have to be slightly artful with the photos so that people don't see that I made a colossally large error on my shawl. It's right at the top where it's all going to be scrunched neck anyway.
It's fine. I would not worry about it. Liz says, the trip to the store was almost a disaster. I forgot my purse. Good thing my phone was set up to make payments. Oh my goodness. That's a heck of a day.
It's a very drama-filled days for people.
The other day. Had it set up for ages as like an emergency, and yeah, totally worked. It was not an emergency situation. I just... My wallet was in the car, and my phone was on me, so I used my phone.
I keep thinking I should do that, but I don't want to have to deal with the setup and asking for help with the setup, so I never...
It was actually... I just set it up with Google Wallet. It was quite painless.
Okay.
I also don't have, you know, giant font clogging up my tubes, so, you know, your mileage may vary, but it was a very painless process.
There's just so many things. Like, there was an ad for a romance audiobook app where it was romance all the time. But audiobooks. I'm like, okay, I'll check it out, right? Maybe I've got some overly large standards. I miss... Audible used to have a romance section where it was, you could pay... It was like a couple extra bucks a month, $4 or $5 a month or something. You couldn't keep the romance novel, but you could listen to them, loan them out. And it was like unlimited. So you could loan out as many as you could consume in a month. So it was totally worth it on an audio format, and I loved it. There's the Kindle formats, unlimited formats, like physical prints still exist, but the audio formats don't exist. So I've always been like on the hunt for it, right? So I got to... That's how I kind of found Dipsy. So I was looking into the new one called Tempt. God, sometimes marketing and branding. Okay. I'm never going to try it. Never going to try it.
What'd they do?
They charge by the week.
Oh.
And if you want unlimited access, it's $11.99 for 7 days.
That's expensive.
Are you serious? Like, have you even... You could do $5.99 to get 2 books a month.
Isn't like one free book a month on Audible only like $15?
Uh-huh.
And then...
Yeah.
But then there's still all the other stuff.
Uh-huh.
What? That's... What?
I'm just like, this is... You did not... Okay. That's a money grab. Because they're not even... Like, will I, like, paid for Dipsy? Yeah, absolutely. It's literally like a group. They're a startup company. Tiny company. I know exactly where the money's going.
Mm-hmm.
And the top creators are female and male and psychologists. Like, there are people who are trained and work in the intimacy fields. This they do. And very good voice actors. Do I recommend it to everyone on the face of the planet? No, it's absolutely a step past romance. It's a step past romance. In an audio format. But I love it. I love it. I love the representation. I love the creations. It's very delightful. You can get to know the narrators. You can get to know the content creators. They all have their own special, and they're tiny. So, like, I know exactly who I'm paying, and they're creating their own content. Done. I will happily. You are making your own thing. I will happily support. But Tempt wants money because they've paid for access to license.
Also, side note, hello to Hookin' and Stitchin' Island Style.
Ooh,
love
hello.
that. Love that name. She says, hello, ladies in chat, working and lurking. Love it.
Absolutely.
Can I make a sticker out of that? Working and lurking?
Working and lurking?
That is my vibe.
I mean, that is your vibe.
Anyway, sorry to distract.
No, it's fine. So my brain is like, okay. One is content creation. And I mean, it's not that Dipsy's cheap. It's like $69 US for the year. I think it's not cheap. That's not cheap.
But it's a lot cheaper than a lot of things.
Uh-huh. I'm like, so I'm annoyed. Because I miss what I want, as I want Audible Romance Unlimited back.
Well,
and it wasn't all of the romance. Like, the super brand new books, they didn't always go in there right. They went in there later, but they weren't like, it's the first day of release, you could also get it here. No, but you had access to the back catalogs.
Which is pretty much endless at this point.
Which is a lot, because romance is a big genre for a reason. So I'm just like, let's disappoint. I was so excited to see another Audible app. Like, audiobook app for romance. I was like, woohoo! Never mind. Absolutely not.
Sigh.
I was like, $11.99 a month. That's like a Netflix subscription. So, that's still $100+ a year. Because there's 12 months in a year. Still over $100 a year. But, okay. Not unfeasible. That's a very reasonable amount to have unlimited audiobook. And again, you're not keeping these books. It's like a library. When you're done, they go back. So I'm just like, okay, cool. But not weekly. That is absolutely not worth it for weekly. Because even I don't want to consume romance novels 7 days a week. Sometimes I want something different.
That's too much.
It's too much. But I will go through stages. Right now I'm doing Tome Topple, rereading the advances. I'm only going to get to like book 2 maybe, but that's okay. It's only a 2-week read and I'm very busy. But since the rule is books 500 pages or more in 2-week period, that's still a book 500 pages or more in 2 weeks.
Jeez. 500 pages is how much I'm behind on my page goal for the year.
Well, was the same with like that Fable app I wanted to try out. That didn't have a dark mode. So I couldn't use the app. Like Goodreads I can't use because I've lost and be functional. Fable's out. And I was so excited by that one because that's the community Like you would go to join book clubs that did book thing online like that. It wasn't about posting your books. It was about joining communities, doing readings together, which I freaking love. I love so much because it exposes me to so many new authors and so many different things. And to talk about books with other people who've read the books. Oh yeah, absolutely. A happy place for me. But without accessibility, I have no access. Miffed about. There's that. You've left Goodreads for Storygraph. I don't know if Storygraph even.
Storygraph definitely has dark mode. I'm using it right now.
So maybe that's something I should try to.
And it imports all your Goodreads data pretty flawlessly.
I mean, put it on my tablet or my phone and be to help sign in and transfer everything and then put it in dark mode. So like maybe I can use that. But it's basically just Goodreads, only with a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the community part.
Yeah, and I was never using the community aspect of any of it, so it doesn't bother me personally.
So excited. I was going to find out about new books.
Rude.
Unimpressed. Unimpressed. My brother-in-law sent me a list texted me a list of anime he thinks I might enjoy. Watched 2/3 of it already.
Oh my goodness.
I think he forgets how much anime I can do.
Well, anime is like, they're 30-minute episodes, and by the time you skip through the intro and credits, it's like barely 20 minutes.
Even accounting for some rewatches, because let's be honest, I have to rewatch one of my favorites. It's either going to be like Toko-chan as a girl.
That was delightful.
Because sometimes that's the level of seriousness you need in your life. Sometimes it's like Fruits Basket, because I want something nice and mellow. Maybe I want a little bit of drama, so I'm going to watch My Happiest Marriage, which is, it's not what it sounds like. I described it to Diana, the title does not match. The English title does not match the anime at all. That's fine. Sometimes it's that time when I got reincarnated as a slime. Like, there's different vibes. Sometimes it's the ice guy and his cool companion, because everybody needs to have dancing snowmen in their lives. It's a wide range. Just I tend to end up watching a lot more anime May, June, and July as Icon gears up. And they start guest name releasing and stuff, because the stuff that corresponds to the guests that are coming. And I've inevitably always watched like 2 or 3, 12, depending on the guests that are coming in. So I like to try to brush up on. I don't know if I'm going to Icon this year. Probably. Bit of a moot point.
Ridge, come here. Come, what am I doing? Pick up
I don't know what you're doing.
Unstitch.
I am determined to not muck up my eyelet lace row this time. That's what I'm doing. Ooh, goodness gracious.
Slip it pro-wise. And then...
But I definitely should... My Audible credit next month is... Okay, so here's... I get 1 Audible credit a month. Do I... This is a very serious question. Wait till the 29th of July when the new Nalini Singh Sai Changeling series. Or do I spend my credit to finish off Angels series reading through because I'm down to the last couple of books, knowing that I'm going to have to wait till August to pick up the new Nalini Singh. 1 credit a month. September's credit already spoken for. Bobaverse already spoken for. But July and August,
there's another one coming out.
Well, the Bobaverse comes out in September.
Yeah, but there's still one that I haven't read yet. There's another one after that.
You haven't read Heaven's River?
No.
Oh yeah, the next one comes out in September. It's the one after Heaven's River.
Well, I guess I gotta get on that then. This is important news.
So important. Yeah. Oh my god, it's huge. Because, okay, well, technically, the 4th book doesn't really end on a cliffhanger. Yeah, like, it could stop there. Like, you want more, but this is not an unsatisfactory conclusion. But now that there's a new one, well, now I need to see how the bomb is adventuring. The bombs. Yeah. They've left our universe.
This can be an
Heaven's I mean, let's be honest, we're never going to not enjoy a Bobaverse book. Right? It's still going to be full of Bob, and Bob is why we're in the Bobaverse. We all love Bob.
We had a question about what sprint time is. So for the new people in chat, now that we're at the end of the sprint, we should explain what this is. Bless you. So we're doing WIP Sprints, or we're just finishing up doing WIP Sprints, which is you beep beep. You set a timer for 25 minutes, and you pick a project and you focus on it for 25 minutes. So this is a great opportunity to weave in those ends that you've been putting off, or sew on that thing, that pocket you've been putting off.
I could have ends. I didn't bring any of my mending in. I've stopped in the middle of the row again. I'm sure that's fine.
It's that moment to get done that thing that you just don't wanna, because there's a 25-minute timer, and after 25 minutes you can put it down and ignore it again. But you'll get through a surprising amount in 25 minutes.
You really can. Like, I made it through almost a full inch on that sleeve in 25 minutes. That's a fair chunk. I mitered a whole corner. Yeah. It's a good way to sort of break down projects and give time frames so you get an actual idea of how much time you're putting into things.
Know that I mitered an entire corner on this little blanket. Oh yeah, I didn't show this before I started.
I'm pretty reliable on the
10-stitch blanket.
I really should make that garter stitch 10-stitch blanket. I really should.
I figure I'm going to alternate between
solids and very good
yarn and plainer yarn on this, so that it's
funner.
Yeah, funner and plainer, because
okay.
You know, funner and plainer. You know what I mean.
I do.
Guess I can turn off our sprint timer thingy now, because we're done.
We are.
We are done.
I've got some messages. And I gotta do something for Dean. Need to get some test knits ready for Asa, so yeah. I should go.
Let me get the yoke done on my sweater and make sure that my increase math works, and then I can do all the other math.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Last end of the month. I do like the 3 WIP sprints. My wrist doesn't hurt. It's much better.
Yeah, 3 is good. 3 is
good. Okay.
I can go have a nap now.
All right, guys. Everybody, you'll see us on Wednesday for a podcast episode. Diana, I will see you tomorrow.
We're recording tomorrow, so you'll see us on Wednesday for a regularly recorded episode.
And then don't forget, next weekend is voting for stuff.
Yes. We'll be back on the Sunday then. We'll be back for a live episode on Sunday the 7th.
There you go.
Sunday the 7th at noon Manitoba time. And a recorded episode on Wednesday the 3rd.
Yep. I will post a program schedule for everybody on the page, because we have that community page that we do posts on. Because you can vote here on YouTube for the craft off, and I need to remember to put the program schedule there too, so you have a rough idea of where we're going to be during the month of July, so you know where to find us. With times.
Susanna says WIP Sprint, as in whip with an H. Work on a whip for 25 minutes.
Work on a whip.
As in quitch.
Yep. Something like that. Oh yeah, like some people have done like cooking WIP sprints or cleaning WIP sprints while we do this. They've been cleaning for 25 minutes listening to me usually babble about something.
Yeah, it's totally whatever you want to sprint on.
Whatever you want to sprint.
Side note, cleaning your house also works really well in 25-minute sprints. You just do one of those every day. Your house is pretty clean. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like it should work, but it does.
Oh, it works great. I do the one chore a day thing. I really like the one chore.
I tried that and it wasn't working for me. But the 25 minutes, one room a day, absolutely working for me.
Works perfect. I like the one chore a day, but it's like make lunch, and then I time it for lunch, but then before I come to sit down again to do the afternoon work, I just do some sort of physical activity, which is cleaning. But works good. Except for taking the garbage, but that's never been a thing I've been good at doing consistently. That's not unusual.
Something about taking out garbage in apartments is just, it's harder.
It is a bit
Even
of a
if
larger
you just
house.
dump it down the hallway, it's somehow harder.
Still harder. All right, guys. I gotta go. Life calls.
Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see ya. You recorded on Wednesday and live the Sunday after that. Okay, bye.